All right. Oh, starting a little earlier than the load is finally finished, but I've got about 85 minutes before I have to absolutely call it and get on the road. And I've been moving boxes and furniture all day. So, unfortunately, I haven't left myself. Oh, I've just got some storage things to cover up because I already wasted my chance of going. Oh, I'll just do that by doing it at the end of one random. But that's just how that goes. Ah, I've been uploading my VODs to just kind of a YouTube channel that I made specifically for it. I started by posting like 4 a day, then 2 a day for a while until I kind of got close to where I am. Except now it's once a day, about the same time he starts every day when he streams. Uh, 2 Central, 6 a.m. My time. But I've currently got a 3 week buffer and all of it's currently loaded, including yesterday's. Okay. That one's small enough. Paracore. Bounties. What's this one? This is raw attack damage. And I'm not dealing with kicks, so today is probably just going to be some more God Altars. That's up to date. That's that. Fruits exactly as expected. Some new soul shards. Actually, sneaky. Sneaky. Okay. Nothing in the absolute overflow weird one. Crafting tables go burr. Why do you still have the crafting tables? Like, just in case. Just in case what? Just in case you plan on crafting a shulker box, which you don't even have, like, the chest stored for? What? Alright. In theory, I should have checked what this is set to. Yep. God Altars. Theme 1. Oh, bingos. Gotta love bingos. Peaceful coins, multi-kill, flawless ores. Or primitive horde, rapid guardians, ornate, and ornate. Dwellers are actually fairly common in this theme, but I don't want to do peaceful ornate unless I get really lucky on that. So I'm going to start with this because the flawless ores is like use the hammer in the right way once you hit an ore room, like this one, and you can just kind of do that. Assassins. Probably a bad idea, but 36 with roughly an 8 count from 1 there. How many ores is that? Okay. Anyways, I have some gifts for Giki. Because the chromatic will not void because it is a vault material. All right. And this one, actually, the best way to do this without getting hit is like that. Ooh, another one of the rabbit ones. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. Get your butts over here. Primitive boards. All right, boys. Gather round. Aw. I get the kill there. Oh well. Okay. Give me my speed. Thank you. There was a slight amount of dang. Done in the wrong batch. Dang it. Oh. I'll get it eventually. Anyways, I need guardians. No matter what, I need guardians. Okay, technically there are ways to get lines without doing any guardians, but it's guardians or dwellers. Not even goblins. I am really bad at it. Where's the HP bar on these? What was that? Oh, that's the body from the previous one. Here. Card packs. Anyways, let's see if I can get at least 2 in this batch. I think this is coins. Hey, I got to the 4th wave. Am I going to get much out of the 4th wave? Probably not. Oh well. Goblin room does not mark as complete. Okay, good to know. Yeah, this is one of the themes that actually has a decent chance of giving you the amount of dwellers you need for like, dweller bingo tasks. There we go. Okay. No sneaky coins in this room. Okay. Let's go to the next room, see if I can get just a glimpse of anything in it. Nope. It wore off before I could. Standard dwellers done. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's no fun. Apparently didn't notice that my goggles were in. Ow. Tinkies. Nothing that involves tinkies. Time to manually walk my butt upstairs. And by walk, I mean swim up this. Because this is the most efficient way for me to get up here, right? Without dashing. Since... small children. But yeah, I'm going to need to make a new... Really? only 5 assassins in that one. It's not flawless. It's primitive. You can just jump down and take some damage. You're fine. Dwellers, where are the dwellers? No little secret there. No dungeon here. Last check for dwellers in this room. Aw. Alright. Down we go. Come here, my juicy chunks of HP. Next room. One more time. There we go. And of course, people ask, why don't you use an infinite water bucket? Because an infinite water bucket you can't take off blocks you want. Yeah, I know. I could have just, killed all the mobs before doing this, and then I could have gotten flawless and peacefully and da-da-da. But, you know. I'm not here to do flawlessly. I'm here to do, well, I'm being lazy. Especially because if all else fails, the way I can end this vault is by just running down a line back the other direction to get my fruit. Because what? I need to get 4 player ores, the quote-unquote uniques. this one has a fairly decent chance in its, like, it has a ore spot down here commonly. Yep. Yeah, see one. What is that? 6, 8, 9. There's enough coin piles upstairs that I might be able to get rapid. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, was there one gilded someplace? One gilded. Coin piles. Loading. Dungeon. One, two, three. Four, 5. Six. Stay out there, boys. Rude. 8. Yeah, you don't have to beat the boss to steal this globe. 9. Come get me, boys. Anyways. It's not peacefully loot barrels. Rabbit coins. Needed 6. Dang. I worked so hard for that one. I set up that point of interest down there so carefully, and then it's just like, why don't you just go to the library? Everyone knows the library's just down the block. Alright. Anything else? Gilded? Nope. Okay. Alright. Do you remember how many rooms in it was that the altar was? So I can go back and get my prize for being a good little miner. Dang it. I did that wrong. Next room, next room. Next room after this one. Yep. And that was... No, it wasn't this one. Dang it. Wait, how could it not be this one? Because it wasn't that one. Because it's the one you had to drop down for. Right. I'm confusing the tasks. The ornates was not the god task. I was already on the ores once I did the... Yep, there we go. Lemon, so anyways, I want to try and find a dungeon. Not that the dungeon's gonna get me anything, but because it's funny. Nope. Yoink. Later, boys. I'm out. And I'm on. Flawless rooms. One. Two. Three. I went the wrong way. Went the wrong way. If I want that fruit. Three. Four. Stop running into walls while you unmute yourself. And that's why we go back for fruit. I'm bringing you some chromatic geeky. Anyways. Like, no, I am not. I am not looking for Twitch graphics. I am not looking for unsolicited Twitch graphics either. And now we start the greatest annoyance of the season. Forgetting Starfruit in the computer as well. Packs. Okay, so the way the +1 tier works apparently is based on the amount of quote-unquote base tiers and then multiplying it by 2. The problem though is that Elixir isn't listed as 1 tier, it's listed as 2 tiers. So when you double it, you end up with 4 tiers. Scav isn't 1 tier, 1 tier, 1 tier. It multiplies and becomes 6 tiers. Which means, unless you're doing really, really good on bounties, or no, not bounties, on bingos, where you're constantly getting like 5+, noting that you'll get 5 and then 1 tier from the core, you're better off if you've got the number of resource cards multiplies your loot. You're better off just going and running Scav. And if you're getting low enough, even Elixir's going to beat it. Okay, jewel pouches. Allegedly, legendary durability is decent. Don't quote me on that. Like, that's barely even decent for like a tool because it's like half a chipped on each one, so it's like 1.5 chipped there for its quality level. None of this is above threshold. A 7/7. Hammer size. Most illegal globe. Didn't even beat the boss to take it, I just took it. Right, I've got 3 extra packs from the goblins. Into storage you go. I think the 2/4 is better than 2/8. There we go. That one's decent. Dang it. Get your butt out here. You're going to get recycled. You heard me. Anyways, fundamentally, I think it's hilarious, the concept of somebody popping into my chat to ask, oh, how long have you been streaming? The number's down at the bottom, sir. Probably even the 2-4 isn't decent enough. I do wish it actually had like an animation as it rolled. Recycle. Anyways. Vault HUD. It's not even default in the pack. I dragged that over from the previous versions. F3H. Shift. F2. Time to drop that in the group chat, in case anyone wants it. I'm not a Fireball user. But from everything I've heard, that is stupid powerful. Keep. Recycle. Pack. Oh, that was all stats. Anyways, Chrome. Anyways, it's someone else's problem now. And by problem, I mean it's someone else's building material. What's the nonsense today? How am I ever going to get 300 potatoes? Arguably, the charcoal's a little more annoying, the coal and charcoal. Mutton is fine, dirt is fine. Alright. This goes in the system, this goes in the system directly. Backpack. Alright. 4 more. Unless they fix the recipe. Yay! Alright. Exactly a stack of Larimar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. What's the time? What's the time? 41. Yeah, more than enough time for me to get one more vault in before I have to go. But not much more than that. Well, one vault and one delooting cycle. Well, one delooting cycle that does not involve me running into, I don't know, a mine room or a dig site. I haven't gotten a dig site yet, but if I get a dig site, that's going to cause some problems. Because those actually take a bit more time to unload because the dig site is going to flood my bag and my spare bag. Alright. 1 and 3 and... Alright. I think I finished the Ashium, right? Ashium, Bombing Knight, Gorgonite, Iskallia, Sparkletine. Right, I had run out of black opal to finish out the Xenium. See. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I need 5 more black opal for enough scene, and then I can move on to the next step. Oh, it wasn't even a actual stack flare mar. It was 36. But because of copiously yeah, that looks like the right amount. Fancy pants! And almost everything else is scrap, and that is too. Alright. Block depositing vault stone. And fancy pants go in the fancy pants box. Fancy box. Fancy box. It's green. Fancy box. Alright. Fruits. Fruits. Whoop, 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 whoop. Like, no. Cool. There's that elixir I wanted. And stupid thing set to dungeon doors still. T minus 1 free. Okay, nearest altar is here. With next nearest one south. This room puts the altar right here. Champions. Tanks are 7s. Tanks aren't supposed to be 7s. They're always supposed to be 10s. Gildings are 1. Wood are 1. Boards are 1, which means this elixir is going to solve itself. Livings are 1. Assassins are 1s. Coins are 4s. Disgustingly high. Especially because they're like several layers every time you do it. Anyways, I totally forgot my what you call it? My goggles. My goggles still don't work. The goggles, they do nothing. All right. Keep spawning, boys. Come and get me. Stop shooting each other. Shoot me. Field gubber. Rude. I'm looting. No globe, no altar, no dot. Okay. Loot. Billows. Somebody asked me what the little thing in the corner was. That's jade. Fortunately, like, if you download the pack as is and don't do anything to the settings, it's hidden by default. So if you don't know that it's there, or like what key you have it set on, you don't know, go and turn it on. For the people who like having the little bit of info, it's like, what am I looking at? Oh, that's the dark oak bookshelf. Or what's the base banner? The base banner for those is the white banner, not the gray banner or anything. Hush down. Anyways. Anyways, I'm like, oh yeah, with hordes like this and whatnot, it's just going to be a given. And then, like, I distract myself with a dungeon, which takes up time, that definitely does not contribute to the, treat her like my girl and make her rich. You can't say that on Twitch. You can, you just can't say it if you want to stay monetized. Alright. Why is there just one loose wooden? No, that's the altar. Right, or no. Yeah, why did I say wooden? Living. Why is there one loose living? No, that's not one loose living. That is the altar. Alright. Just go over here. There we go. That finishes out the Larimar I was working on. All I need to do is trigger another spawn. With champion, which there's enough moss in this theme that I should be able to do it. Tennis wants assassin. If I get the champion in the next 4 minutes, I should be able to get the assassin one in as well. Hi, dwellers. Bye, dwellers. Dwellers aren't helping. Yeah, I think the way I also have to go about this is, like, hit the coin piles and mainly just, like, hit as many of the mobs as possible, unless I find out that ornates are, like, jackpot and I hit a blacksmith. At least ores are doing something too, so I can get a decent amount of the way using just like ores as well. That is going to be the most fun shop to get into. Got it. Something, the shopping shop. Okay, so I should, based on fortune and stuff like that, have enough black opal to finish the zine off, at which point I need 5 stacks and 4 champion in there. This thing doesn't have quite enough assassins that I would want to do the assassins this late into it. At this point. God altered, especially if I have to double back for that gun open. Follow me down here, boys. Bird. Down there. Yes, that's good. Join me in my arena here. It is made out of a hammer. Or made by a hammer. Alright. No dungeon. No secret ornate either. Alright. That's emptied itself already. Yep. Alright. On pace, on pace, on pace. Gilded. Saps the dwellers in the legs. We need Iskallia to get mad at more points of interest. That's when we get like the best ones for looting. I swear it was something stupid like, hey, the dungeon was straight back, right? Or was that the one that was like... Alright. 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 Everyone's like, oh, look, it's the same one. It's like, oh, you've got two challenge rooms near each other? That must show that the system isn't quite as random as it's supposed to be. Meanwhile, nobody's like, hey, there's how many different common rooms, and you'll get like the same common room kind of straight next to each other constantly. It's raw statistics at that point, but alright. 2 minutes. Dungeon it is. Nearest dungeon is this way. Normal difficulty, which means I don't actually have to run as fast, but it's still annoying to kill the boss in 1 minute because it's like you're assuming that people are going to apply a bunch of the plus damage multipliers and always min-max power as opposed to like whatever the heck I've done for 3 seasons. Think it. Think it. All right. Also, I'm a little bit disappointed. Like, it takes some work to add the God Favors. The fact that they're and the fact that we can no longer add them as the capstone. The fact that they're unstackable. You can't get another God Favor effect. And like, okay, yeah, I can understand why it becomes a problem for like balancing certain things. But if you made it just so like, okay, they're stackable, but not with duplicates of themselves or whatever. Noting that that the 2 variants then get flagged as different ones. So like if you get Tenos, you can get both the item quantity and the item rarity maybe. And then it's like, cool. Come with me, 3 little guardians. This black opal here. Hammer. Hammer. There we go. Now we go upstairs. He's slightly annoyed that I missed apparently one time. Where's that? be disappointed in just how empty the top of this room is. Head down. That is either a coin or a living secret, I think. Although I do think it can also be ornate from time to time, but I might be mistaking this for one of the other rooms. Did I just get a trinket from a loose lid as well? Mining fatigue is not a dodgeable effect. You need the full suppression carapace to avoid mining fatigue, which is a little bit of a bummer. Alright. One favor is one favor. Let's go get the fruit and then come back to this room and loot this one. Because I didn't do this one yet. This is an upsies. Upsies! And then bonk. Heal. I need what? About 80 mobs? If I did entirely mobs. With the tanks actually worth a decent amount. So, like, but this is one of the toxic rooms, so I should have like no problem actually getting the amount. You'll just be getting the exit afterwards. Mod box. Always like a mod box. Okay, exit's right there. That'll be something. No one made secret. But let's check with the comics. Ornate was garbage as well. Wellies were garbage, assassins were garbage, hordes were garbage, tanks were garbage. Yeah, the highest was the tanks at 7. Nothing else rolled high. Something is always a guaranteed jackpot, my foot. Alright. Okay. Okay. Oh, that's my 2 runs. 15 minutes before I 100% have to be out the door. Cool. Potato. Dirt. Gotta get some regular old dirt. Gotta decompress some regular old dirt. What? Hold on. I haven't stuck sheep on this thing. What is that nonsense? Okay. Ugh, that's going to get annoying. Bricks. I hadn't added sheep. Really? Alright. Step 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half this goes in here. 1, 2. Then I need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I need 1, 1. It needs to become pink. That's its primary job, is it must become a pink barrel. Then it needs upgrade, upgrade, and then since it's a white sheep, we need upgrade, upgrade. 4. This is white wool. Yep. Then I need 2 voids. some stacks. The fun one is you can't even tell this is upgraded. Okay. How disappointing is the size on this one? Ooh, that's a good vendor. Bad pixel. I have no clue which one that was. Tinkets. Mini much tinkets. So good. I love trinkets. I love trinkets. They are so useful. Alright. And deposit. And deposit. And deposit. What? Button. Want to pull the 8 button. And we're going to make absolutely certain we set it there. And we're going to pull the 4 button. Figure out where in the world the rest is. Because I absolutely should have stabbed some sheep at some point during this playthrough. So the fact that, like, I'm not finding any mutton, because it can't be in these. These two are the other things that aren't on it. Okay, maybe not. There's also this, and there's the dead sheep. There we go. Locking and unlocking. One hit. Then we can show fill levels, show upgrades. Next crystal is set. I need to make one of the coral killers, don't I? Okay, I don't actually, because I do have a nut loosely around in the other systems. Boop. 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 How could you get 4 card packs from +1 tier? Anyways. Okay. Look at that lemon can. I have more lemons than grapes. Delicious, delicious, delicious. All right. Stares intently. Three trinkets. Top tier God Charm. Always fun. chaotic, 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 chaotic. Dang. A little too much on the chaotic. Temporarily stores that there. The rest of this is epic and rares and burp. Anchor! Yeah. I've been looking for this sucker all season. It's good-ish. Disappointing. All right. Like, chaotic might have been better if it also had the ability to just like violate what tier it was too, instead of like still being on the same level. All right. That gets finished cycling the benthic. 2 minutes. I do not have enough time to unload those ores. Don't even really have the time for the jewels. None of that is likely to be any good. Oil health. Trapped ice on his bait. Red, red, green, red, rarity and blue. Resistance. Attack damage. Alright. That leaves the rest of that for then. This goes here. Hey, geese. Yeah, sure. We'll just do that. Stairs. Piggy. Piggy. Phone is about to make noise and be annoying because my alarm. There it is. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Fruit. 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 I managed to miss the mangoes. Alright. I'll catch you all next time.